Oh no, it's fun. I understand. You're dealing with some crap right now. So
Okay, so we're back live. Sorry for the ones that were connected. I got disconnected. My bad. Like I said, I'm dealing with power outages. It's all fun. It's very fun. So going back to what we were talking about, I was saying that the Ravens need to be very careful because the Browns can open the playbook. They don't have to play. They can go for every fourth and down if they want. They can go fake field goal, fake punt. They had nothing to lose. Master Sports, hi man, how are you doing? So I feel like that's very important. I hate playing teams but they don't have anything to lose because since you are the team that have anything to lose, you have to be vigilant, careful. You can't go for every fourth down versus them. I mean, meaning the Browns, they can. Nothing to lose, right? They lose the game, well, they lost the game. But if they win, they can play spoilers, and that's the end for them. This is, I was seeing some people on Twitter saying like, well, the Browns don't care about this game. No, no, no. They care about this game, and you as a Browns fan, you can probably testify a little bit to this. They do care about this game because they hate the Ravens. If we can play spoilers for the Steelers, we will play spoiler for the Steelers, right? So you can tell me how much you guys would love to take the Ravens out this week.
I am. I'm salivating. I'm salivating. I'm foaming at the mouth to knock the Ravens out of the playoffs. I mean, I hate the Steelers and all, but a win means so much more to me. At this point, this team they play like their quarterback. They play aggressive. Freddie Kitchens has ignited this offense, and like you said, I don't necessarily think they have nothing to lose. I think they have everything to gain though from this game. Not only can they spoil the Ravens season, they can end up with a winning record for the first time since I believe 2007. And that was an outlier season for us. So to be able to end the season on a high note with a young rookie quarterback who is obviously a franchise quarterback against who's fighting for a playoff spot, it makes this game that much more tasty. And I really think the Browns are going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at the Ravens. Because, like you said, they're not a conservative. They don't have to be conservative. They haven't been conservative. One of the things that Freddie Kitchens has done since taking over is he's integrated into the offense a lot of misdirection. For instance, I don't know if you saw, but the double reverse pass where Jarvis Landry passed your boy Brashard Perryman
that was disgusting,
against
by the
Bengals last
week.
So, it's definitely going to be a really good matchup.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm loving what Brashard is doing for us. Thank you for giving him to us.
Really, really, really creative. Things we haven't seen him. DB. Tampa, I mean, this defense hold this number one passing offense, and we have all those tests. Now, I do think our defense should be able to hold your offense, and it's not because Baker is not good. I think Baker's fantastic, but can our offense be mistake free? That's important. Mistake free. I think your defense is a average defense, but very opportunistic defense. So they will get turnovers, and those can flip the game real quick. It's important for us to be mistake-free and just play our game. Thoughts?
Yeah, if the Ravens play their game and they run the ball well and they keep our defense in the field, they're going to tire down our defense, and obviously our offense won't get a chance to go out there and make the plays that they've been making ever since Baker took over at quarterback. You got to force Baker into making those rookie mistakes, which he has been prone to, which of course is what you're going to see with a rookie quarterback. But you're also going up against a guy who probably has the biggest chip on his shoulder, because as you know, at Baker Mayfield, he was a walk-on at Texas Tech, and then he lost his job due to injury there. Then he was a walk-on at Oklahoma, earned a scholarship there, won the Heisman, and then became the number one overall pick. But nobody thought he should have been the number one overall pick. The guy talks a lot of trash, but he usually backs it up. So you gotta try and get into his head a little bit, which is not easy to do. You got to get him fired up, and you got to get him to make mistakes early because it's he's shown that he makes mistakes early, even though he can bounce back. Usually, if you're playing on your game, you'll usually end up winning the game. Case in point, when we played the Texans, they intercepted Baker 3 times in the first half, and then he came back and threw for over two. He had a great response in the second half. Threw for over 200 yards and a touchdown pass. But the Texans still won the game because they put it well out of reach early. And I think what the Ravens are going to have to do is put this game out of reach early because if they give us even a sliver of a chance, I think Baker Mayfield can deliver a victory in Baltimore and a crushing blow to Baltimore's playoff chances.
So I'm hoping you are not correct, but more than that, I agree with Baker, and I'm a big fan of Baker. Before the draft, I was telling people I think Baker is the my rank of the quarterback was Baker, Rosen, Darnold, and Allen as the top four. I didn't have Lamar in the first round because people thought that he wasn't gonna go in the first round. Now that being said, I do think also Lamar will have a chip in his shoulder saying, well, that was the first quarterback going on the board, first overall. I was 32nd. I need to show people I can ball too. So I agree. Baker will have an eternal chip in his shoulder. And this is their first matchup of many to come. And I think it's fun that we have two young quarterbacks in the AFC North. Again, I'm not very happy that it's Baker because I do think the guy's fantastic. But I think two quarterbacks there are not stone setters for your franchise. Now, I think the biggest problem that you have with Lamar, the opposing team, is how do you plan for him? How do you game plan? Yes, it's the run, but who's running your scout team? You don't have anyone in the league right now as fast as him, as agile as him, right? That he can still deliver a throw. Look the throw that he delivered to Andrews. It was look at like 30, 35 yard bomb because they were playing the run all the way. He faked the run. He took a step forward, so everybody started collapsing. He threw a dart to him. So how to game plan for things like that is hard. He does another thing he does really well is that reading that edge guy, reading either the outside linebacker or DN to see if it's kind of coming to the quarterback or it's just collapsing to the running back. I don't even know how he does it. He waits to the last second to get that ball. Give out the score at this point. Just before we head out, I just want to give you the opportunity to tell people where they can find you, where they can see the trash talking between us on game day.
What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say before we recapping, guys. I'm sorry. There's a delay here. Again, internet is slow, not a lot of power. But I just want before we close out, I wanted to let so you can let people know where they can find you.